In the history of Kyivan-Rus, Vladimir the Great remained as a ruler who baptized the state and led it to a new era. However, behind the brilliance of his reign, a completely different Vladimir is hidden, the one who is not mentioned in history textbooks. If you are interested in learning little-known historical facts, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. There are many more exciting stories ahead. This is a story about cruelty, betrayal, an insatiable thirst for power and the dark passions of the prince. Even before Vladimir became the son of the Russian land, he became famous as a ruthless ruler. Having taken power in the year 978, he did not hesitate to kill his brother Yarapok in order to eliminate his rival. This is how Vladimir received the Kiev throne, through blood, not divine providence. However, Vladimir not only killed, he had fun. His harem numbered hundreds of concubines in Kiev, Vyshgorod, Berestov, and other cities. According to the chronicles, the prince had about 800 wives. And this was before the adoption of Christianity, when Rus remained faithful to the old gods. Before baptizing Rus, Vladimir tried to strengthen paganism. He created a state pantheon of gods and ordered the installation of idols in Kiev, Perun, Dazbog, Strybog, Kors, gods to whom bloody sacrifices were made. Human sacrifices. One of the most terrible cases occurred in the year 983 after the war with the Yatvyargs. Vladimir decided to sacrifice a person. The choice fell on a Christian Varangian named Fedor and his son John. When Fedor refused to give up his son, the crowd tore him to pieces right in front of the prince's court. Such was the price of Vladimir's power. But, perhaps, one of the darkest stories in Vladimir's life is his meeting with the Polotsk princess Rognida. Chronicles say that when Vladimir asked for her hand in marriage, she refused, saying that she would not marry the son of a slave. Volodymir's mother was Malasha, the housekeeper of Princess Olga. Vladimir could not stand such an insult. He took Polotsk by storm, killed her parents, and raped Rognida herself in front of her family. After that, he made her his wife, and her fate turned into complete humiliation. Vladimir converted to Christianity in 1988. But was it a real epiphany? Or maybe just a profitable political move? Kyivan-Rus needed allies, and Byzantium offered a profitable option. Moreover, in order to get the Byzantine Princess Anna as a wife, Vladimir even agreed to change his faith. Subsequently, mass Christianization began, in which not everyone saw grace. Those who did not want to be baptized were simply forced by the sword. Idols of pagan gods were thrown into the Dnieper, and those who resisted were punished with death. The former cruel ruler simply changed his tactics. Now he punished not pagans, but those who did not want to accept Christianity. At the height of his life, Vladimir was faced with the fact that even his own children did not see him as a saint. His son Yaroslav, whom the prince installed to rule in Novgorod, refused to pay tribute to Kiev. Vladimir, accustomed to receiving everything he wanted, decided to punish his son and went to war against Novgorod. But fate decreed otherwise. While the army was preparing for the campaign, Vladimir unexpectedly died in 115. Vladimir the Great is one of the most controversial figures in the history of Kyivan-Rus, combining the qualities of a far-sighted ruler and a ruthless tyrant. Unlike Yaroslav the Wise, who is remembered for his development of laws, or Vladimir Monomakh, known for his instruction, Vladimir the Great left his mark not only as the baptizer of Rus, but also as a prince who did not disdain bloodshed and political intrigue. His path to power was paved with conspiracies and battles, and his reign was a struggle between paganism and the new faith, between personal passions and state interests. He was a state builder and warrior, but also a cruel ruler who did not hesitate to destroy, kill, and conquer. History remembers him as a saint, but was he really one? Or is this perhaps just a convenient image, carefully carved by those who sought to erase the traces of his cruelty and turn a controversial figure into a saint? After his death, chroniclers who served the new faith not only avoided mentioning his sins, but also created the image of a pious ruler who supposedly brought Russia to Christianity with love and mercy. Everything that did not fit into this ideal was forgotten, disappeared into the darkness of rewritten histories, leaving us with a figure that resembles a legend more than a real person. One thing remains unchanged: Vladimir was not a saint. He was a man of his era, where power and blood went hand in hand. And it is this dark truth that makes his figure even more mysterious and contradictory. What do you think? Do you consider Vladimir the Great a saint, or rather cruel ruler? Write your opinion in the comments.